Hello, everybody. I'm Lisa Stone coming at you live from sunny Southern California. And I am joined by my friend David Samuel coming at us from the UK. Where are you these days? I didn't even ask you this morning where you're located.
Yeah, I live in a place near Ilkley, which is a famous mall and it has a song behind it, Ilkley Bar Tap. But it's near Leeds. It's in the north of England.
But I didn't know if that's where you were physically today. You're home. You're on lockdown, yeah?
Yeah. I am going to Italy with Liam Brody on Friday. Well, he'll join me there. He's coming from South Africa and then Egypt. And I got a couple of challenges with him there. And then, with luck, we'll be going to Miami if it all works out for the tournament there.
Yeah, with COVID and travel and goodness, a lot going on. It's not just about playing tennis these days, is it?
No, the schedule has changed dramatically. We were meant to be going to France. Then 2 days before we left, the French government said even athletes have to isolate for 7 days before they can compete. And then we changed the schedule to South Africa. And then the UK government said that when you come back from South Africa, you have to pay for the privilege of being in a hotel for 10 days. Which is not a smart use of resource. So he went to South Africa on his own. He did well. He made a couple of final and a semi-final. And then he's had a bit of time off, and we're meeting in Italy on Friday.
Love it. Well, Liam, good luck if you're watching this. Dave, tell us about your new project, Mindset College. We've got exciting stuff to share, and I'm going to be quiet and let you talk.
Okay, great. Yeah, so Mindset College is something that's been in my mind for a while, but lockdown actually gave me the opportunity to do all the filming and put everything together. So Mindset College is essentially a methodical online program delivering mental skills necessary for talented athletes to succeed. The incredibly tough path, as we know, of becoming a great competitor who can perform at very high levels week in and week out will not happen by accident. As parents, of course, we all want to help our kids. The start of the journey is often a lot of fun and pretty easy if you've got a talented kid on your hands and they're progressing well. Basically it's a blast for all involved. But suddenly they get good, and when they get good, the pressure builds, which I'm sure many of you have been through. So how do you get help and get the right messaging through to your child? It's really, really difficult. Mindset College tackles 3 of the key issues that keep parents up at night and kids themselves struggle to handle. The first thing is being able to understand exactly what is needed. I have enormous experience in taking young players all the way through to the top of the game. I've also worked and continue to work at the highest levels of the game. Marcus Daniel, a top 40 doubles player, just reached the quarterfinals of the Australian Open for the 2nd time. He's also been in the quarterfinals of Wimbledon. And Liam Brody, who's just been in the finals, like I said, in the semis of 2 challenges in the last few weeks. This is cutting edge stuff that actually works on the road and is proven over and over. Mindset College gives you a pathway. Secondly, even if your child has an excellent coach and even some sports psychology, one of the issues that happens is they may receive a lot of very good information, but it's sometimes at different times and from different people. And it gets very difficult for the player to order this all in their mind. Mindset College will give you a methodical order, and therefore a lot of things that they've heard will slot into place as they go through the program. And there's also a lot of additional stuff to add to what they've already been given. The key is that it keeps an order to it all. And as a parent, if you go through the program as well, you'll be able to help because you'll understand what your player is trying to do and get through mentally. Thirdly, the unique thing about Mindset College is I'm well aware of how important it is to tackle issues that arise for young athletes off the court. Things like comparison, labeling, rejection, introversion. Introverted athletes have a far tougher time than extroverted athletes. But when they understand what introversion is, it's amazing the difference it can make. And then there's the devil of comparison. Mindset College will show you exactly how to deal with the problem of social media and give them real tools and a clear understanding of what social media does and how it can kill a career. Mindset College helps a player with life outside tennis and helps create confident, independent thinking and self-sufficient individuals. That is success. You know, not really how many trophies you have in the cabinet, but one thing I know for sure is never underestimate the power of what a happy athlete can accomplish. As you work through Mindset College together, it stimulates some fantastic and healthy conversations between you and all of the family. You might think because the program takes between 12 and 16 weeks to complete that, you know, oh my God, how am I going to have time to do all of this? Well, the beauty is I was very aware of time pressures for parents and for the players. No video was recorded is longer than 13 minutes. And most of them are between 5 and 8 minutes. So you can just dive in and out really easily. As a parent, all you need to do really is watch the videos and leave your child to get on with the coursework that runs alongside the videos. You'll get a great idea from the video exactly what's going on. And from that, you'll be able to have discussions with them. You also know then by going through the course exactly what they're working on. And when you go to tournaments, you'll understand exactly what they're trying to implement and be able to help them. This makes it so much more productive and fun for you both. Because often as the players, you know, get older and better, that dynamic at tournaments can get really, really difficult. Another neat tool is the Infinity Change Cycle as an example, which takes a lot of stress out of kids going to college. And I mentor a number of players online, and you know, the stress of going to college or coming out of college, especially if they're going to turn pro. The Infinity Change Cycle is a great way of getting them to understand, whilst it can be scary, they'll also learn to grasp the enormous positives and get to grips with what, you know, they're about to face. You know, when you're forearmed with this knowledge, it's not nearly as daunting. I'm going to read you 2 quotes which speak to the power of Mindset College. And especially because these shows that it cuts across all sports and what Mindset College provides. So this is from a parent. My son Liam, a 15-year-old high-performance soccer player, recently completed the Mindset College course. Dave's advice throughout the course has put him in a new path that is more purposeful and deliberate and has removed much of the pressure from his young shoulders that he was feeling before completing the course. He particularly liked your sessions about comparisons, which is something he struggled a lot with when he saw teammates or friends getting picked for national or higher age group teams and feeling like he was getting left behind. Now he is trusting more in the process and recognizes he is doing the right things. He is on a good path and that he is on a good path and that the rewards will come. That's from Dave Mullins, Managing Director of the Intercollegiate Tennis Association. And he's also a former NCAA Division I head tennis coach.
And a frequent guest on the Parenting Aces podcast, I want to add.
Oh, fantastic. And this from an athlete. I thought I was mentally weak with special problems. Mindset College changed my perceptions towards pain in a race, and my results improved quickly. What I didn't expect was a total change in my attitude to life. I'm happier, more relaxed, and breaking records. Ellie Leather, NCAA track and field star. So basically, Mindset College is not just a course. There are monthly webinars where I tackle additional topics or dive deeper into a course topic. Plus, I always invite fantastic guests to give their expertise and answer questions. Once you have bought Mindset College, you are part of the family and always welcome to the webinars and their recordings. What I really love about what Lisa's created with Parenting Aces is it's a safe space for you all to get together and help each other and bring on experts to help you on this incredible, fantastic, yet we know how tough a journey it is. Certainly Mindset College can fill a huge piece of the puzzle for you and make the journey just that little bit more fun from the beginning to the end of their careers.
Love that, Dave.
Over to you.
Yeah, so I want to invite those of you that are watching right now, if you have questions about Mindset College or questions for Dave, just go ahead and type them in the comments below. And I also want to let you know that Dave has graciously offered a 50% discount to Parenting Aces members and to the Parenting Aces community as a whole. You don't even have to be a premium member of Parenting Aces to access the discount. And if you look in the comments, the link to sign up with that discount is posted in the comments. I'm going to just show it really quickly on screen. It's long, but I urge you to click that link, and that doesn't take you to a place where you're paying. It just takes you to the page where you can learn more and actually sign up for Mindset College. One thing I do want to share with you guys is what the outline is, what the course curriculum entails. And so I'm going to I think I'm going to make this full screen. Okay, so I want to just scroll through this. The Mindset College starts with an introduction, then moves into mastering the little things, vision and purpose, the art of competing, which is 2 parts of Mindset College because that's a biggie.
That's a biggie, yes.
Yeah, the communication map, change management, which for a lot of kids, this is huge. When it was what Dave was talking about a minute ago, making those transitions from juniors to college or college to the pros, or just changing coaches, or changing the level or the age group that you're competing in. So managing change is huge. And then modules 6 and 7, or module 6, I guess, is divided into 2 parts. The power awareness, parts 1 and 2. Then styles of conflict management.
I just say in awareness, that's where I tackle all the things of like comparison, labeling, introversion, judgment, expectations. That all is part of the awareness
Great
program.
Yeah, and then 5 styles of conflict management, building a legacy, and then there's the concluding module. So again, you can get the program at 50% off if you sign up.
And we had the great news today that the USPTA are giving coaches 15 license points for if they get through and get their certificate from Mindset College.
Fantastic.
And the Lawn Tennis Association is also giving licensing points for it. So it's they've been through the program, and it's good to have the credibility stamp. You can get the license points from that as well if you're a coach.
Right. Yeah, that's great to be able to get those points, and also, again, to be able to get it at 50% off. This is the link. And again, sorry for the lengthy link, but it is what it is. But if you want that 50% discount, that's where you need to go to receive it. Dave, what else do parents need to know about this? And again, I want to encourage those of you watching, if you have questions on mindset, on the Mindset College specifically, but just generically on how to help your kids deal with some of these issues covered in this course, please type them in the comments, and Dave's happy to address those. If you're watching this after the fact, you can also type in the comments, and I will pass along your questions to Dave, and he'll be happy to answer those too. Yeah. So Dave, what are some of the biggest challenges you see for young players in terms of mindset?
I think the thing that comes up over and over again is fear and doubt, and I tackle fears in there and doubts in there. And just as a little nugget, many times fear really is rational. Nearly every fear is actually rational. And I'll give a quick little story of a triathlete that I worked with, who was terrified of swimming in the sea. Now, if you're a top triathlete, that's a bit of a problem. Yeah. She was fine in races with hundreds of athletes around her. She felt safe, but training on her own, she just wouldn't go in the sea and did all the training in the swimming pools. And it was, the margins are small, so it was affecting her. And I asked her, do you drive? Yes. Do you fly in airplanes? Yes. Do you ever walk to the shops? Yes. And I said, and she said, yeah, you're going to give me the stat that, there's more likely to have an accident or whatever than be attacked by a shark. I said, yeah, but the thing is, you need to think of it this way. Your fear is just in the wrong box. It's a rational fear. Hands up, who wants to be attacked by a shark? Nobody. Right. but she had it in a box that said that there's a good chance that this can happen. And I said, what you need to do is take it out of that box and put it in the box of flying in an airplane. You don't, or driving a car. You don't wake up in the morning and go, oh my God, please God, not have an accident.
Right.
You pretty much trust that, there's more chance, but there's not much chance. And you just get on and do it. And once she started thinking about, whenever she started feeling stressful about it, look, this belongs in the box of, flying, driving cars, walking, and the fear is rational, but the fact that I really think it can happen is irrational. That really helped her slowly but surely start swimming. And so there's little tools like that are a different way of thinking about fear. The other thing that athletes tend to forget is you start off the sport loving it, playing and loving competition, and then they get good and suddenly it's all about, I have to win. It's no longer all about just the playing and having fun. Yet, at the end of the day, the reason you started it is to have the nerves and a little bit of fear because you don't know what's going to happen. And then as soon as you get good, you kind of only want to play if you know what's going to happen. No, that's not why you started playing. It's, that's why people love sport, is because you don't know what's going to happen. You get the same nerves if you're going to go on a roller coaster. The only difference is, you're going to just get off at the other end. When you go into a tennis match, you have those same nervous feelings and that, but the added thing is, but I don't know if I'm going to win or not.
Right.
But that's actually the beauty of why you play. And when athletes rekindle that idea that the beautiful part about competing is because there's the danger that you might lose, which is what makes it exciting.
Sure.
If I said to somebody, you're going to win every single match you play, they'll go, oh, great. I said, well, within 5 years you kill the sport. But because if everybody knows that you're always going to win, nobody's going to go watch it.
That's true. That's true. And one thing you said a few minutes ago, I just want to reiterate, and that is this whole notion of small margins. And what you realize the further your child goes in this sport, or any sport, I suspect, is at some point, everybody that's competing is really good. They all have great strokes. They're all fit. They all have great movement. They all have great equipment, the top-notch, latest, this and that. What they don't all have is the mental strength to go out there and compete hard every single point from beginning to end, not get derailed if things aren't going their way, but rather, take the moments that they have between points or on side changes to regroup. And these are the tools that Mindset College is going to help them develop.
Absolutely. I'd say Mindset College is all about how do I actually do it? be mentally tough. Well, what does that actually mean?
Right.
And I'll explain exactly what mental toughness is and exactly how you start to build mental toughness. And sweet suffering. Well, what does that actually mean? And how do you learn to suffer? Which is something that I went through the track athlete with. And once you
to embrace that, right? Not just to do it, but to embrace that that's all part and parcel of the process of growing as an athlete and finding success as an athlete and as just a regular human being in the world.
Yes, yeah, and the one thing I'd say to every parent on here, if your kid is involved in tennis, it's one of the great sports for teaching resilience, because you are going to lose a lot. A great stat, I don't know if people are aware of this, on the men's ATP tour, the players ranked between 40 and 50 in the world actually on average win 49% of their matches.
Wow. And these are people making a living playing the sport, a good living.
Yes, because this sport is all about the runs that you have. So, as a real quick example, if you win Junior Wimbledon and you play 30 tournaments in the year and you don't win another match, you're still going to be ranked in the top 20 because you won 6 key matches in a row, which gave you 2,000 points, and you could be, 6 and 29 and top 20 in the world. So, sport, tennis as a sport is about, not winning and every single week. Obviously, we've had the luxury of Roger, Rafa, and Novak, who are, very special in terms of how much they do win. But for the rest of the players, it's all about the runs that they have and understand, when the players really understand, and some of these key stats are in Mindset College, to help them really understand what they're into and how that, if you go 3 first rounds in a row, it's fine if you go and make the semifinals of the next week. And always stay optimistic about that, because as soon as you get hot, that's when your ranking moves, that's when things happen.
Right. And it's all about having a short memory, as the top athletes tell us across the board, right? You can't dwell on what happened last week, yesterday, even the last point. You have to let it go and move forward. And I love what you just said, Dave, about this whole notion of it's about having a great run. It doesn't matter what happens tournament after tournament after tournament, as long as you're learning and growing each time. It just takes, in junior tennis here in the States, 6 really good runs over the course of the year to get your ranking in those top levels and to open up more opportunities. And
remember, when people look back on a career, they don't go, oh, Pete Sampras lost to, Kyle somebody or other, Mark Kyle at Queens one year, first round. They just remember the runs. They don't remember, they might remember the odd match that somebody lost that was a great match. But overall, even ourselves, we just remember, most of the good times. I mean, I played and was a journeyman, and I do remember some of the pain for sure, which helped me as a coach. But if I think about the best part of my tennis career, it's about the runs that I had that were a lot of fun. And so, losing is such a big part of this sport. When you think every single match, if you're playing really well and win 54% of your points, you're playing really, really well. And that means you still lost 46% of the points in a match.
And it also may mean you don't win the match, right? It's not the person that wins the most points always that wins the match. I had that
experience 2 weeks ago. Liam in the semifinals in South Africa won 52% of the points and lost the match 4 in the third.
Right. It happens.
So, it happens.
And especially in college with no ad scoring, or in other tournaments with no ad scoring. So I think this notion is really important to keep in mind. I'm going to put the link up one more time, Dave. And again, I apologize for the length of this link, but if you click on this, it will take you to the Mindset College Parenting Aces page, where you can read about Mindset College, see what it's about. And then if you choose to sign up, you will get 50% off the registration price, which gets you access to all of the modules that we showed earlier in this Facebook Live. So,
and to the monthly webinars.
Including the monthly webinars. Absolutely. Yeah. Well, Dave, thank you so much for taking time to join us. And to all of you watching, I hope you will check out Mindset College, share it with your friends. It's not just for tennis players, it's for athletes across many, many, many sports. And Dave is an incredible coach, an incredible human being, and I'm thrilled to be able to bring him on here and to work with him to bring Mindset College to all of you. So thank you all for tuning in, for spending a few minutes with us on this Tuesday. It's Tuesday, right?
Yes.
COVID, I swear I can't remember what day it is. It's
Tuesday evening, Tuesday morning.
Yes, our new podcast came out today too. So be sure and check that out. And Dave, stay well. Safe travels. I hope that you and Liam get to go to all these events that y'all are planning, but wear your mask and social distance and stay well.
Thank you very much, everybody. And thank you, Lisa, for having me on.
See ya.
See ya. Bye.